Kaptı sana.
Too crispy from the butcher.
That's good. You want this cookie? It's yours. It's your treat. You like it? Yum. Do you like my jacket? Hey Coco, do you like my jacket?
Looks very good, everything. Yeah.
It's good.
Tastes very, very good. It's yum.
Mm. Coco's cookie is Funkanic. It's so cute. How was your day?
So far, so good. I'm going for another second one.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Thank you. Whoops.
Hey, Coco.
Coco, you're not allowed to do that. Okay, Coco. Here we go. Yum. Hey.
What? It's very, very nice. This apple. It looks very
Yeah.
good.
It's like apple pie.
Thank you. It's very nice. I think I will eat more tonight. Why not? Thank you. As his wife, what do you think? I should have mine here. How do I look? His wife called you. Then a few minutes later, the wife asked, what do you think? How do I look without makeup? He thought ahead. Look, real man. Husband and wife went for dinner.
Another one?
And the wife told her, when you see that nice looking guy, the one who's dancing by himself and he's enjoying. You see the wife and see him. She said, oh, he was for me 5 years ago. And my husband said, wow, still celebrating.
That's not nice. Come on.